Good morning. So in this class we are going to prove the Gauss lemma in number theory. Okay. The question will be state and prove Gauss lemma. The question will be state and prove Gauss lemma. Okay. So I am going to prove this by using the example. Then only it will be easy to understand the theorem lemma. Okay. Here the statement is assume n is not congruent to 0 mod p. That means p does not divide n. That means p does not divide n. And consider the least positive residues. Consider the least positive residues of the following p minus 1 by 2 multiples of n. P minus 1 by 2 multiples of n. So that is n, 2n, 3n, etc. P minus 1 by 2n. So we call this is equation number 1. Okay. Then let m denotes the number of these residues exceed p by 2, then n over p or n divides p or n by p. This is just a notation. So therefore this is equal to minus 1 power n. We can say that whatever you want, we can say that n over p or n divides p, or so this is a notation. Okay, or notation of Legendre symbols. Okay. Proof. So find example. Okay. Discuss the congruence. So that is quadratic or non-quadratic. For the Legendre symbol, I will take it 11 divided by 23. I am going to find out. Example is 11 divided, find or calculate 11 over 23 or by 23. Okay, 11 over 23 or by 23. Fine. Example. over 23. Okay. So here n is not congruent to 0 mod p. That means p does not divide n. So here n is equal to 11, p is equal to 23. Definitely p does not divide 1. Okay, good. Then consider the least positive residues of the following p minus 1 by 2 multiples of n. P minus 1 by 2 is 23 minus 1, 22 by, that is p minus 1 by 2 is equal to 11. Now consider the 11 multiples of n. What is 11 multiples of n? N, 2n, 3n, etc. 11 multiples, that is p minus 1 by 2 multiples n. We have to consider. So p we know, n also we know. So therefore 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 110, 121. So these are the 11 multiples simply. But we have to find the least positive residues mod 23. Residues mod 23 means we have to divide this each number by 23. What will be the remainder? That is nothing but positive residues mod 23. Okay, positive residues mod 23. So least positive residues mod p. Least positive residues mod p of the following p minus 1 by 2. So now we consider the positive residues, least positive residues mod 23. So therefore when we divide by 23, the remainder is 11 because 0 times 11 plus the remainder is 11. So therefore we have to take 11. Here is also 23. So whatever the number less than 23, you can take it. More than 23, what will 33 is divided by 23. 33 is divided by 23. What will be the remainder? So therefore the remainder is 10. Okay, the remainder is 10. Similarly, 44 is divided by 23. The remainder is 44 divided by 23. The remainder is 21. Clear? Because 44 minus 23 is 11. So when we divide 55 divided by 23, so 2 times is 46. So 55 minus 46 is, so therefore 9. Okay, so therefore 55 minus 46 is 9. So therefore similarly when we divide 66 by 23, so therefore you will be getting 20, because 66 divided by 23, 2 times is 46, so 66 minus 46 is 20. Similarly 77 minus 46, that is 8. Similarly we can calculate 8, then 19, then 7, okay, then 18, then 6. So therefore 121 divided by some 115 divided by 23. So 5 times or something like that, 5 times. So remaining 5 times is 115, 121 minus 115 is 6. Okay, so when you divide each number by 23, you will be getting some remainder. Thus that remainder is nothing but residue, least positive residue mod 23. So that is most important. Okay, now consider these residues. Consider these residues less than p by 2. We call it as A. Less than p by 2, we call it as A. What are the less than p by 2? P by 2 is nothing but what? 11.5. P by 2 is nothing but what? 11.5. What are the numbers less than 11.5? Let us take A. Less than 11.5 is what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Consider the numbers, consider these residues greater than b by 2. Greater than b by 2 is equal to 22, that is 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. Okay, here k number of elements, here m number of elements, here m number of elements. Okay, so here now the least positive residues we have found. Okay, let m denotes the number of these residues exceed p by 2. Exceed p by 2 means what? Set b. So this is less than p by 2. This is exceed p by 2. Okay, so therefore this is less than p by 2. B is greater than p by 2. This is greater than p by 2. Let us take what? B. So therefore here how many numbers are there? So therefore here m is equal to number of elements, number of these residues, number of these residues exceed p by 2 is nothing but n of b. N of b is nothing but 5. So therefore find 11 by 23 is equal to by cos lemma n over p. Therefore 11 over 23 is equal to 11 over 23 is equal to minus 1 power 5. This is equal to minus 1. Okay, but what does it mean? 11 is quadratic non-residue mod 23 because of minus 1. If it is equal to 1, we can say that 11 is quadratic residue mod 23. Okay, so therefore the example is over. So how to prove that we will see. Okay, now see that. So here there are 11 numbers. Each one is incongruent to other elements. Incongruent to other elements. If you take any two elements, if you take any pair, suppose 10 is congruent to 21 mod 23. Suppose 10 is congruent to 21 mod 23. That means what? 23 divides 10 minus 21. 10 minus 21 is less than 23. Definitely not divide. So therefore definitely this is not congruent. So if you take another two pair, any two pair, if you take any two pair, difference is definitely less than 23. Difference is less than 23. So therefore this is incongruent. So therefore any element, so any member in equation 1 are incongruent. Any member, okay, incongruent mod p, incongruent mod p. Okay, then any two members in one are incongruent mod p. That is right. Okay, then now what we did, we distribute these residues into two sets. Distribute these least positive residues into two sets A and B, according as the residues are greater than p by 2 or less than p by 2. Greater than p by 2 or less than p by 2. So let us take A. Therefore, thus A is equal to A1, A2, etc. AK. Okay. So these elements from where we have taken from this elements. So where each AI is congruent to some Tn. So each AI from where? These multiples. Okay. Tn mod P. Okay. And T is less than P minus 1 by 2. T is less than T1, 2, 3. This is T is less than P minus 1 by 2 and greater than 1. And AI, each AI is less than P by 2. Each AI is A1, A2, A3. Each AI is less than P by 2. Is less than P by 2 and greater than 0. And greater than 0 or greater than 1. Greater than 0 or okay. So therefore, clear? So that similarly, let us take B is equal to B1, B2, Bm, where each Bi is congruent to some Sn mod P, and 1 is less than S is less than again P minus 1 by 2, and Di is greater than P by 2 and less than P. Okay, it is greater than P by 2 and less than P. Okay, so now M plus K, here is M number of elements, here is K number of elements. If you add it, total number of elements is 11 elements, that is nothing but P minus 1 by 2 elements. P minus 1 by 2. M plus K is equal to P minus 1 by 2. Okay, so then now I am going to form a new set. I am going to form a new set C of M elements. C of M elements by subtracting Bi from P. So therefore C is a new set, that is nothing but C1, C2, etc. Cm, where Ci is equal to P minus Bi. So now let us take that set C. C is equal to P minus P1. So this is B1, B2, B3. This is A1, A2, A3. P is equal to 23. 23 minus 18 is equal to 5. 19 is 4, 3, 2 and 1. So this is C. Okay. Upon now we construct the C. So C actually where each C is Ba is greater than B by 2. So P minus P by 2 is and Ci is less than P by 2. Because P is greater than P by 2, P minus P by 2 is P by 2. Therefore less than P by 2. So therefore this is 0 is less than Ci is less than P by 2. And also here is M elements. Okay, then now I am already, you know that A and B are disjoint. Here because you know that A 6, 7, 8, 10, B is equal to 18 again because less than B by 2, this is greater than B by 2, definitely A and B are disjoint. Now I am going to prove that A and C are disjoint because A consists of how many elements? K elements. C consists of how many elements? M elements. So therefore A union C, there are K plus M elements. K plus M elements is nothing but what? K plus M elements is P minus 1 by 2 elements. Already these elements lie in the interval, whereas the elements of A lies here because of this is less than B by 2. This is also less than B by 2. So therefore the elements of A and C, both lie in the same interval 1 to P minus 1 by 2. So now I am going to prove that A and C are disjoint. Suppose there is some element are equal. Suppose Ci is equal to some Aj for some pair I and J for some pair ij. Okay, suppose what will happen? Ci is equal to Ci is nothing but P minus Bi is equal to Aj for some pair ij. So therefore P is equal to Aj plus Pi. Aj plus Pi. So we know that P is congruent to 0 mod P because P divides P. Okay. So instead of P I am taking Aj plus Bi is congruent to 0 mod P. This is nothing but Aj is nothing but each element of A is congruent to Tn. Each element of Ai is congruent to Tn. Each element of B is also congruent to Sn. So this is equal to T plus S into N. This is also congruent to 0 mod P. 0 mod P. So this implies P divides T plus S into N. This implies. So therefore again this implies either P divides T plus S or P divides N. But P does not divide N. So in the lemma itself, the first line in the lemma given that P does not divide N, and also we know that since here P does not divide N and P does not divide T plus S. Why this does not divide T plus S? Since T is less than P minus 1 by 2, therefore T is less than P by 2. T is less than or equal to P minus 1 by 2. So therefore definitely this is less than P by 2. T is less than P by 2 and S is less than P by 2. Therefore T plus S is less than P by 2 plus P by 2, that is P. But T plus S is less than P. But P is a big number, T plus S is less smaller than this. So therefore definitely P does not divide T plus S. So therefore it is impossible. This congruence is impossible. Therefore A and C are disjoint. A and C are disjoint. So therefore A C are disjoint. So therefore A union C is equal to A1, A2, AK, C1, C2, Cm. Okay. Here each AI is less than P by 2, each Ci is less than P by 2. Okay. So therefore this all A and Ci all Ai's and Ci's in the interval 1 to P minus 1 by 2. Okay. So less than P by 2. This is also less than P by 2. So all integers. Therefore definitely the elements are nothing but the elements A1, A2, AK, C1, C2, Cm is equal to 1 to P minus 1 by 2. So therefore 1, 2, 3, etc. P minus 1 by 2. Now taking the product of elements of A union C, taking the product of elements of A union C. So therefore I can take A1 into A2 into AK into C1 into C2 into Cm is equal to 1 into 2 into 3 into etc. P minus 1 by 2. This is equal to P minus 1 by 2 the factorial. P minus 1 by 2 the factorial. So therefore I can take P minus 1 by 2 the factorial is equal to A1, A2, AK. C1 is P minus P1, C2 is P minus P2, etc. etc. Cm is P minus Pm. P minus Pm. So this is equal to P minus 1 by 2 factorial is equal to, here if you multiply by P with any element is 0. P times of 1 is 0. P times of 2 mod P, because P times of A1 is congruent to 0 mod P. P times of A1 is congruent to 0 mod P. P times of A2 is congruent to 0 mod P. So therefore P times of anything is congruent to 0 mod P. So therefore I can write A1, A2, etc. AK. So here P times of anything is 0 mod P. So remaining thing is minus 1. How many times minus 1, minus 1, minus 1? M times. So this is M times into B1, into B2, into B3, etc. Bm. Pm mod P. Pm mod P. Because P times of A1 is congruent to 0 mod P. P times of something is congruent to 0 mod P. So therefore I can leave all those elements. So therefore I can write minus 1 power m. Therefore I can write minus 1 power m into A1, A2, AK, B1, B2, B3, Bm mod P is equal to. So all the A1, B1 taken from n into 2n. n into 2n into 3n into P minus 1 by 2n mod P. Mod P is most important. So therefore I can write congruent. So I can write congruent here because so this multiply this P into something is 0, P into something is 0, P into something is 0. But this into P1 will take, this into minus P2 will take, this into minus Pm will take. Okay. So therefore this is nothing but this is congruent to n how many times? N power P minus 1 by 2 times. N P minus 1 by 2 times. Remaining 1 into 2 into 3 into. So therefore this is nothing but P minus 1 by 2 factorial into minus 1 power m mod P. Mod P. Okay. So here is mod P. So therefore this is here is P minus 1 by 2 factorial. So P minus 1 by 2 factorial, P minus 1 by 2 factorial will be cancelled. So therefore 1 is congruent to minus 1 power m n power P minus 1 by 2 mod P. So therefore multiply by on both sides, minus 1 power m is congruent to n power mu minus 1 power 2m is becomes 1. So therefore into mod P. If you multiply by minus 1 power m here is minus 1 power 2m. Anything power even is 1. Okay. So therefore again this implies n power P minus 1 by 2 is congruent to minus 1 power m mod P. By Euler's criterion, by Euler's criterion. By Euler's criterion, n over p is congruent to n power p minus 1 by 2 mod p. Already we proved this. So therefore n over p is congruent to n power p minus 1 by 2. So therefore this becomes n over p is congruent to minus 1 power m mod p. So therefore this implies n over p is equal to minus 1 power m. So hence the Gauss lemma. Okay, thank you.